What is up, guys? iTommoGaming here, back with the third episode of the Premier League Predictor. Today I got some big games. We got Swansea versus Newcastle, struggling Newcastle with Alan Pardew, and then Aston Villa against Manchester City. Villa started the season well. Man City, they'll be going there looking for the 3 points. It's going to be a tough one. Let's get into our first game, Swansea versus Newcastle. Again, guys, if you haven't checked it out, please go and have a look at the videos before. All the fixtures above that, they've already been played, and we're going into Man U, Everton, Chelsea, Arsenal tomorrow, and then Spurs, Southampton, West Ham, QPR on Friday. So we are here at the Liberty Stadium for Swansea against Newcastle. Let's go ahead and have a look at the team. Swansea, they line up with Fabianski, Rangel, Fernandes, Williams, Taylor, Shelvey, Keating-Young, Dyer, Routledge, Sigurdsson and Wilfred Boney. Newcastle, Krul, Yanamat, Williamson, Colaccini, Drummett, Tiote, Colback, Sissoko, Gouffran, Remy Cabella and Riviere. And Swansea started okay. They 8 minutes in, got the ball down the left hand side, crossed in, near own goal, it nearly creeps in, and then Wilfred Boney trying to create some space, found Dyer, and Dyer slotted Swansea ahead. Worst case scenario start for Newcastle. How did he manage to get the space into, fire it into the corner? Lovely passing finish. And that's how it went all the way up to half time. Swansea 1, Newcastle 0. The stats: one shot each, Swansea dominating possession. Newcastle needed something in the second half. But Swansea, as you would expect, continued to control possession, and Jonjo Salvi found Sigurdsson on the edge of the box. And he kind of twists his body, and I tell you, this is closer than first thought. Nearly catching Tim Krul out and falling in. Newcastle did improve though. They had Cabella jump inside, tried to curl one into the far corner, bangs off the bar, back across, and then eventually cleared. And as they kept pushing, Newcastle did come into it, they kept coming forward, and it was inevitable eventually that Swansea were going to pick them apart at the back if they didn't take their chances. And Montero found himself through on goal. Could he finish? Emphatic finish. Banged right into their near post past Tim Krul. He runs off celebrating, and surely that was enough to do Newcastle. It was a really, really good finish, considering he had all the time, lots of time to think about it. But they did come forward again, Newcastle. They did keep trying, but they found an informed goalkeeper, which didn't help their cause. It ended 2-0. Newcastle, frustrating day. It was a pretty even game. I mean, Swansea first half absolutely dominated. Newcastle second half, they dominated, but they didn't take their chances. And it ends Swansea 2, Newcastle 0. Our second game of the day is Aston Villa against Manchester City from Villa Park. Villa started the season well despite having tough fixtures. They lined up with Guzan, Hutton, Sendros, Novlar, Baker, Sissoko, Westwood, Cleverly, Delph, Richardson, Vyman and Gabriel Bonahor. Manchester City, they lined up with Hart and goals, Abaleta, Company, Mangala, Kolarov, Toure, Fernandinho, Navas, Silva across the midfield, with Xhaka and Aguero up front. A very, very strong lineup there from Manchester City. And they started well, Man City. They found Xhaka, he could have taken it on, he took it early. And this is really, really close. You'll see a replay here. It curls away agonisingly. There it goes, keeps going and always going eventually. But then Aguero found a little ball into Xhaka, and Guzan, great save, managing to reach back and tip it over. But Villa, they were in this game too. He came to Bonahor, he played it out wide. Vyman straight at Joe Hart. It was a good save, good reaction save, and then they came forward again. Richardson and White at Delph. Delph reverse ball in, and bang, good save again. They just needed to pick their corners there, and they could have been ahead. And then right on half time, looked like it was going to go in at 0-0. A drop down from Aguero. Lovely sidestep from Yaya Toure, and it was good last gasp defending, and it ends 0-0. Very, very even half. Man City more possession, but Villa were still creating chances, and they'll take that positivity into the second half with them. So into the second half of the 64th minute, you'll remember in the first half that Sergio Aguero crossed for Edin Dzeko. Well, Dzeko crossed for Aguero, and there it goes off the bar. Or it might have been Fernandinho. One of the two managed to work a chance, and then look at that for a ball into Sergio Aguero. He pulled the ball to David Silva. He pulled it back as well, and eventually it falls to Edin Dzeko, who puts Manchester City up with 10 minutes to go. Probably harsh on Villa, This one they're going to have to try and find an equaliser with 10 minutes to go, and they did try and find one. In it goes, Richardson, underside the bar. Where's the goal on technology when you need it? Never came out, but I'm pretty sure it didn't go in. But Villa 0, Manchester City 1. I mean, even shots on target, but Manchester City 5% more possession. Villa really did battle, and they'll feel slightly hard done by not to get a draw. Let's go into the bet club then and see how these results affect the bet. It was 99 to 1 after yesterday. Let's see what it's up to now. So with the Swansea 2-0 win, that gives us a 4 to 5 odd, and with the 1-0 away win, that gives us 8 to 15. 281 to 1 overall with 4 games left. It's going to be quite high odds. It's not to win by a select scoreline, it's to just for them results to happen. And that's the end of another episode, guys. So if you liked it, please subscribe, like, comment what you want to see. And until then, see you tomorrow.